Hi, my name is Shay, and in this video, I'm going to show you 3 things that you can do today to help bring in more customers to your business, even during slow season. Hey, most likely you're sitting there asking yourself, why would she be doing this? And what is in it for her? Well, you're lucky because I read minds. And the answer is, well, most of the time, local business owners are just way too busy running their business to learn all the ways that the internet can help them. And sometimes the only hesitation they have to hiring someone is they don't know who's an expert and who isn't. So I've found that by giving people an easy, free attack plan of actual things that they can do to impact their business for free, well, that's resulted in some of these local business owners raising their hands and saying, hey, I like you, Shay. Please do this for me. So if by the end of this video, you liked what you've heard, and you can see that I have a lot of tricks up my sleeve that can help your business, hey, shoot me a message and we can chat. Or if at the end of this video, you simply want to take this free attack plan and give it a go yourself, that works for me too. So now let me show you 3 things that will set your company above your competition and not waste any more of your time or mine. So the first thing I want to go over is content. Most business owners know that they need decent content on their website. But what they don't know is that Google's little search bots are out there reading your website, and they're looking for a minimum of 1,500 to 2,400 words of informative, well-written content with the right keywords for you to show up at the top of their Google search. So let me show you. In this example, I'm using the search term or keyword metal roofing St. Louis. And here's your site page that has no roofing on it. One thing I noticed is that you only have some very small references to metal roofing. Well, I'm going to show you why you might want to improve that in just a second here. So we can see that you probably have about 1,000 or a little bit more words on this page. Just slightly less than the optimal. And look at the number 1 competitor in metal roofing St. Louis, and this is who we find. Now, these guys are sitting at about 2,000 words. It's totally beatable though still. We just need to get about 500 more words than they have of well-written content. But now here's another interesting thing. This is a little tool I have called Ahrefs. And essentially it gives me behind the scenes details that Google is looking at when it comes to ranking a site. So I ran a quick scan of the competition here. And if I go click here on keywords, we can see that they're ranking at the top for metal roofing St. Louis. Yeah, spelled 2 different, just 2 different ways of punctuation makes it 2 different keywords. But as you can see here, 80 and 60 search volume, that's 150 times that your customers are entering the search term metal roofing St. Louis looking for your company. So if we look back at your site, go to keywords, metal roofing St. Louis, you're ranking in position 13, 14. That is probably somewhere on the 2nd page, maybe even the 3rd page. So you're not getting any of this search volume coming in your doors. So the first thing that we need to do to beat your competition online is to add about 500 words more than your competitor has here and include these exact keywords as written in your content, because this is what's driving your competitor's business, and it's 100% beatable if you get this done. Now, check this out. When we Google metal roofing St. Louis, this is what pops up. This first area here is tons of ads. And, well, ads can work, but they can also be a money pit if you don't have your website dialed in right. But this second section down here is the map pack. And it shows the top 3 local businesses. So now you might be asking, okay, Shay, how do I show up in the map pack? I told you I read minds, right? Well, this has everything to do with the second thing I want to show you today, and that is citations. Well, you're probably asking yourself, what is a citation and why do they matter? And that's a great question. Well, a citation is simply your business name, address, and phone number out on a variety of directories like Yellow Pages, BBB, Facebook, Yelp, and about 100 other directories. And this is how Google verifies and gives relevance to your local business. Right now, you're not ranking in these top 3. And I'm not seeing a ton of citations for you. And the average number of citations for a business who is in these top 3 positions is about 150 citations. Hey, again, we can get you there, but we just need to get you more citations. When you have more citations than your competitor, you gain more trust from Google, and that pushes you above them in the map pack. Okay, now you might be asking yourself, great, how do I do that? Well, it's really simple. We use sites like Whitespark and Bright Local, and that tells us exactly what directories your competitors are listed in. And we can literally go right down the list and match what directories they are on. And, but we're not going to stop there because we don't want to just match them. We want to dominate them online. So we're going to make sure that you have about 200 citations so that it takes a long time for them to catch back up. Now, let's talk about that third thing I wanted to go over with you today, backlinks. This third pillar will really help you dominate on Google. So when we search for metal roofing St. Louis and we scroll past our map pack and we say Google is playing tricks on us again, actually put the numbers 1, 2 of the organic search results, which is these guys right here, 1, 2, and down below 3. And again, you are not in the top 3. Well, why does that matter? Well, because 70% of all clicks go to these 3 sites. And with over 150 searches a month for metal roofing St. Louis, that means there's about 105 customers a month landing in these top 3 businesses every month. So how can you get there? Well, you need authority. So how do you get authority? Well, it all comes down to the backlinks. The backlink is where one site links to another site online. And so if like one of these is a blog and has an article about your website, you can click on that, your business name in that article, and it bammo takes you to your website. Well, that's a backlink. It's kind of like a vote of confidence in Google's eyes, and this passes authority. And the more relevant the site is, the more valuable the link. So let me give you an example. If we have like a local blog or an industry site that's linking back to you, hey, that's great. But if we have a Pizza Hut linking back to your roofing company, not so great. because you don't sell pepperoni. So here's your site, and you have, where are you now? There is your site right here. You have, if we go back to your overview, we've got 13 backlinks. That's not too bad, but I'd like to see that number a whole lot higher. Funny thing, we look over at your competitor and they're say about 7. So that's actually fewer than you have, but not all backlinks are created equal. And if we go and look at their backlinks, their 2 best ones are hiring expert metal roofing contractors and unique home improvements. Well, those are an example of a couple of, pretty good relevant backlinks. So what we want to do is we want to make sure that we get you quite a few more backlinks that are relevant. And I just happen to have a list of relevant backlinks that I can go get for your metal roofing page so that we can build you a strong profile. See, getting you to the top, it's not magic. It's just method. And I've shown you that method today. So once again, we went over content, and your page needs to have about 2,500 words to beat your competition, and it needs to include those exact proper keywords in it. Second, citations. You want to have 200 to 300 of these to beat out the competition by a landslide. And third, backlinks. You need more relevant sites pointing at you guys, showing Google that you are the authority. And if you implement these 3 strategies today, you could be #1 across Google. Hey, I'm a psychic, remember? So I bet you're wondering, well, what now? Well, you can either go with this information I provided you today and do this on your own. And I'm totally cool with that. However, if you want the most effective route, and you want to save yourself some time and a headache, hey, give me a call at 901-589-5244. Once again, my name is Shay Leone, and I look forward to hearing from you. Have a great day.